Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hampton Richmond's National League South YouTube watch-along live from Beveree Stadium. Today, the Beavers welcome Torquay to TW12 on the back of a 4-0 thumping over Enfield Town, and there will be plenty of hope they'll be getting more goals against arguably the biggest club in the division. And there will be demons for Hampton Richmond to exercise too, with the last meeting between the two sides seeing Torquay edge to a 1-0 win at Plainmoor. What followed for the Beavers was a barren run of form, which led to them falling out of the playoffs at the final hurdle. It's a new squad this term, with a new manager this season though, and an opportunity to begin righting the wrongs of last season. I'm Jackson Cole, and alongside me, I've got a man who needs no introduction in these parts. It's Jonny Luter. Hello there.
Thank you very much, Jackson. Yeah, thank you. Well, you just gave me a little introduction there with the name, but
I did. Yeah,
thank you very much.
Maybe some introduction you need.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, good to be back at the Beveree Stadium, and this has always been such a big fixture. Having Torquay United in the division, you know, really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll quickly take you through the team news, starting with Hampton Richmond. It's one change made by manager Alan Julian. Ode Martin Sorondo comes in for Mike Atkinson. So the full team is Ted Curd in goal. Then you have Billy French, Josh Keir, James Roberts, Jake Gray, Ode Martin Sorondo, Jack Taylor, Bumi Babajide, Maro Villette, Dominic Ravan and Alfie Williams. The substitutes are Alex Wall, Chris Campbell, Gianni Critchlow, Jerry Wiltshire and Jaden Brissett. As for Torquay, you've got James Hammond in goal, then it's Finley Crask, Jay Fulston, Sam Dreyer, Ben Seymour, Matt Carson, Finn Tonks, Oscar Threlkeld, Cody Cook, Dan Hayfield and Will Jenkins-Davis. The substitutes for the visitors are Brad Ash, Dean Moxey, Ollie Tomlinson, Roddy Collins and Lirak Hassani. Now, one or two familiar faces in the Torquay ranks. Ben Seymour and Sam Dreyer, they were at Hampton Richmond last season. We'll touch on them a little bit later, but I think we better talk about this time last week, Hampton Richmond racing to a 4-0 win. I can't remember the last time Hampton Richmond won a game by 4 goals, certainly in the National League South anyway, and I think that's just rewards for some very good performances in recent weeks.
Yeah, I mean, ever since obviously the last time Hampton Richmond lost was at home here to Worthing.
Last game we did together as well, so...
Yes, it was indeed, yes. But Hampton Richmond have been building these last few games. In Enfield, I think that 4-0 victory is testament to what Hampton and Richmond have been trying with the boys. So I do think Alan Julian is really pushing on now with what he's trying to instill in the team. And yeah, that 4-0 victory is precisely what I think we needed. So we're coming into this game on the front foot, I think. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, just a reminder of the results before that 4-0 win at home to Enfield. There was a draw away at Tunbridge Angels. Hampton Richmond were denied by a last-minute penalty for Tunbridge, and looking at the highlights, it was quite a contentious decision. There was obviously a last-gasp defeat in the FA Cup to Maidstone in mid-September, and then actually our second-to-last home game here at Beveree Stadium, Boreham Wood. It was a last-gasp equaliser for them, so I think that 4-0 thumping was overdue. Well, I think now we can talk a little bit about visitors today. Torquay United, of course, they were very much a regular EFL side, so a very big club in this division, and they've got a very big name in their ranks now. Neil Warnock, who's had a managerial career spanning 43 years, and now he's at Torquay, not as their manager. Paul Wasson is their manager, but as an advisor. And well, we're very big fans of Neil Warnock ourselves, aren't we?
We certainly are, yeah. Neil Warnock, as we were just saying, just before we came on air, Jackson, he is Mr. N Power. He is he has so much experience in the Football League, over 40 years of managerial experience. So to say that he's part of the Torquay United ranks, I mean, he is quite somebody to have on board, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. We are hoping to meet him at some point. I mean, we
have been told he might be here.
Yes,
we have been told he might,
hopefully, but no sign of him as of yet. We were talking to one of the guys in the Torquay's media team, and he was saying how he took a training session for the players, and then they won 3-0 the next day. So that's inspired from Neil Warnock. Maybe he can be tempted to get back into it one last time, the old management game.
Yeah, if things were to go south at Torquay with Paul Wotton as the manager, then maybe Neil would step in and just to cover things, maybe
steady
the ship, as they say.
Yeah, well, start of play, Torquay are 5th in the National League South. They have been in the best form of late. They drew at home to St Albans in their last game. That was 2 weeks ago. And St Albans, they are bottom of the National League South, so perhaps it's a good time to face Torquay. A little bit more on them. I mentioned a little bit earlier in the broadcast, 2 players who were on the books of Hampton and Richmond last season, Ben Seymour and Sam Dreher. They both start today. And, well, they're very good servants for Hampton and Richmond, weren't they? Yeah,
they certainly were. I mean, Ben Seymour, one of the top goal scorers for Hampton and Richmond last season. I mean, he was prolific from the penalty spot, wasn't he, Jackson? I think, and he will be missed. But I'm delighted for him that he's found a new home at Torquay United, and I wish him all the very best. And the same with Sam Dreher. Certainly in the latter part of the season, when he came on loan from Peterborough, that centre-back pairing with himself and Luis Fernandez proved to be a really strong one. And again, Sam Dreher has found a new home in the West Country, and I wish him all the very best going forward. But he is sorely missed.
Yeah, Sam Dreher made 16 appearances for Hampton and Richmond last season. He was responsible for 6 clean sheets. He had a very good partnership with Luis Fernandez, as Jonny mentioned just there. And Sam Dreher, he's very much part of the plans for Paul Wotton. He's played every minute of every league game for Torquay this season. Ben Seymour, he was Hampton and Richmond's top scorer last season, 16 goals in all competitions for them, 14 in the National League South. Also chipped in with some assists, 8 assists in all competitions. He was just beaten to the crown by Sam Deadfield, who was also left. And Seymour actually opened his goal-scoring account for Torquay in their last game, scoring in that 1-1 draw against St Albans. So 1 goal in 9, that is for Ben Seymour. And, well, he was a very nice chap, but hopefully he doesn't add to that tally this time around. There's been some good news in the Hampton and Richmond camp as well. You may have seen on our social feed that Ted Curd got a call up to the England under-19 squad for the upcoming international break. He is, of course, playing today, but next weekend he will not be available. There'll be a chance for Ollie Davis to show what he can do between the sticks. And the ball nearly hit us, so I was a bit worried there. But yeah, that's. I think that's a great reward there for Ted Curd, who has had some really good games so far this season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I think it's fantastic to see a player, obviously, who is playing regular football week in, week out at the National League South level, and he's getting that opportunity to represent his country. I mean, if you look at the under-19 call-ups, 2 names that really stand out in there as well. He's with the likes of Tyler Dibbling of Southampton, who scored, I believe it was last weekend, Tyler Dibbling against Ipswich. And Ethan Nwaneri, who's of Arsenal, you know. So there's some really big names in that under-19 squad, and for Ted Curd to be a part of that, you know, I think it's fantastic for him. And obviously Ted Curd will be hoping in the future could be a future England starter in the full squad. You know, is he going to be a potential Jordan Pickford? Well, we would certainly love that for him.
Oh yeah, you look at people like Ollie Watkins, who was on loan at Weston-super-Mare in the early parts of his career.
Jared Bowen at Hereford as well.
Exactly, yeah, and they're now like regulars in the England squad. Thank you for that, Jonny.
Might be a bit loud. We've got the Torquay United fans to our right, who are being very loud in voice as they have brought their numbers here to Beveree Stadium this afternoon.
Yeah, packed to the rafters inside Beveree Stadium. We're very interested to know what the attendance is like. Many Torquay fans making the long journey. Fair play to them. They've had to have got up pretty early. We've done the journey to Torquay a couple of times and had to leave like 8 o'clock sharp, basically. Yeah, just a little bit more about Ted Curd. He's already been included in the National League South Team of the Week on 2 occasions this season. Man of the match performance in our 1-0 win over Salisbury. That was our first of the season. So, very bright future ahead for Ted Curd. Now we've got just over 5 minutes until kick-off, and well, I know talking to you like last night, you were feeling a little bit nervous about this game, but you were saying to me just a few minutes ago before we went on air that you're actually feeling quite positive about things now.
No, I mean, I mean, when you look at Torquay United and their ambitions, they're obviously looking to get themselves back in the National League this season. And Torquay are in the playoffs currently. They have got a very strong squad. So naturally a bit nervous about this game. Like Torquay, always that name always brings with it that level of quality. But Hampton and Richmond, like I mentioned at the start there, we have been building. The results are coming through now, and Alan Julian will fancy getting all 3 points here at Beveree Stadium this afternoon, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. At the start of play, Hampton and Richmond are 11th in the National League South with 13 points. They are within touching distance of the playoffs. I'm not sure. It would be very unlikely for them to actually slip into 7th spot. They'd need a lot of results to go their way, and they'd also have to win for that to be possible. But we'll wait and see how things play out across the country. Torquay fans are really getting behind their team. Really good atmosphere here at Beveree Stadium today.
Yeah, no, it's just built. It's just atmosphere is building up here, and Torquay United themselves will be coming here thinking they can get all 3 points this afternoon, as they have a very strong side. I mean, particularly when you look at the front two, Cody Cook and Ben Seymour. We've spoken about Ben Seymour, but Cody Cook as well, Bath City's top goal scorer last season. That was certainly a very good signing for the Gulls. And then, of course, they do still have Dean Moxey on the bench, like you mentioned earlier. Obviously,
that is a Coca-Cola man.
That is a Coca-Cola man. And Dean Moxey has had a Premier League appearance, I believe. I believe it was for Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, yeah, when they came up in 2013. I do see both sets of teams are now in the tunnel, just waiting for them to make their way onto the pitch. This fixture last season, Hampton Richmond actually got the better of Torquay, and that was towards the beginning of their 17-game unbeaten run last season, that finishing 3-1 to the Beavers. I think Ben Seymour actually got on the score sheet that day. Hopefully he does not get in the score sheet on this day, because he is of course playing for Torquay. Loads of kids as well on the pitch. There was a nice little photo that was taken on the centre circle with the playing squad and the coaching staff, and it shows us a really good family club at Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, no, Hampton and Richmond are really making strides forward with this family atmosphere we're seeing at Beveree Stadium, like we just mentioned there with the drone footage as well, getting the photo with the younger children earlier today. It was lovely to see.
Yeah.
And I think that this club really does represent such a strong community here. And Jackson, for me, it's an absolute pleasure to be a part of the media team doing this week in, week out.
Likewise. Those sprinklers always scare me. There's a little rainbow that's developed as well. Hopefully,
I believe that's refraction of the water.
Very good knowledge of Year 9 or Year 10 science.
Yeah,
Maybe Hampton Richmond will be finding their pot of gold against a team that play in gold this afternoon. It's Hampton Richmond against Torquay, as both sides have now made their way onto the pitch. So the two teams, once again, Torquay have James Hammond in goal, then Finlay Crask, Jay Fulston, Sam Dreyer, Ben Seymour, Matt Carson, Finn Tonks, Oscar Threlkeld, Cody Cook, Dan Hayfield and Will Jenkins-Davis. The substitutes are Brad Ash, Dean Moxey, Ollie Tomlinson, Roddy Collins and Lirak Hassani. As for Hampton and Richmond, you've got Ted Curd in goal, then Billy French, Josh Keir, James Roberts, Jake Gray, Ode Martin Sorondo, Jack Taylor, Bumi Babajide, Mauro Villette, Dominic Ravan and Alfie Williams. The substitutes for Hampton and Richmond are Alex Wall, Chris Campbell, Gianni Critchlow, Jerry Wiltshire and Jaden Brissett. So Hampton and Richmond are wearing their red shirt with navy shorts and red socks. Meanwhile, Torquay are wearing their classic yellow shirt, yellow socks and navy shorts. There's a bit of a short colour clash there between the two sides, but I suppose it doesn't really matter.
No, you've got yellow and red. Very obvious to split them apart. So, yeah, no, I think it'll be... And the sun has come out this afternoon at Beveree Stadium as well, so the pitch is looking magnificent. The players are nearly ready to go. We're set for another blockbuster Vanarama National League South performance here this afternoon.
Can I get a pre-match prediction from you, Johnny?
I think I think it will be. I think it's going to be tight. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it'll be a draw,
Okay.
and I think both sides are going to score. Perhaps we might have Agent Dreyer might help us out.
I'm sure he would not dare do that.
No.
Ode, Martin Sorondo and Oscar Threlkeld are just there with the referee doing the customary coin toss. Looks like Sorondo won it.
Yeah, it's really good to see Ode back in the lineup, isn't it, Jackson? I mean, having that little injury that he picked up very early on this season, virtually at the very start, I think it was after the first game.
Yeah.
So I think it's really great for him to be back amongst it this afternoon. And he's already shown when Ode starts, Hampton and Richmond have such a stronger presence on the pitch, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. He's played the last 2 games for Hampton Richmond, so that includes our 4-0 win at home to Enfield last Saturday, as the Hampton Richmond players do a little huddle on the pitch pre-match. They'll be shooting towards the Alan Simpson OBE stand at the start of this game. Ben Seymour there on the centre circle as Villette will get us underway. It's a fresh fade for Ben Seymour.
Yes. Oh, yes.
The referee is just doing his final checks for getting this game underway. Away we go at Beveree Stadium. It's Hampton and Richmond against Torquay United. Billy French has the ball on the right flank. It's a throw in to the home side, which will be taken by James Roberts. 6 goals this season for Roberts, and we've got to mention he scored a hat-trick in that game at home to Enfield last weekend.
And of course, James Roberts now is currently joint second in the Vanarama National League South top goal scorers this season. So James Roberts will be looking to get himself at the top of that table this afternoon and get back amongst the goals.
It's a throw-in to the visitors on their left, about 10 yards into their own half, as Fulston looks to play it down the line. But it's headed away by Hampton and Richmond headers. Kia flicks it on. It's now with number 22, Jenkins Davis. Wins his team a throw-in, tackled by a combination of French and Sorondo. Ball in play with left-back Fulston as he wriggles away from Villette and Sorondo. Good play by Fulston as he now plays it to Matt Carson. Good defending, though, by Billy French, just to get his body in front of the ball and help it out for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, already Ode, Martin Sorondo is commanding the midfield area. And you can just see the communication already really good from Hampton and Richmond in these early stages.
As Ted Kerr takes a goal kick short to Jack Taylor, on loan from National League Sutton United. That big centre-back Taylor. It's played back to Kurd. He calmly plays it to Alfie Williams. Still on the edge of the Hampton Richmond box. Now it's to Dominic Ravan, who has it in space. Plays it outright to French. Back to Ravan, who's been closed down by his former teammate Ben Seymour. But Hampton Richmond still in possession. It's now with Taylor, who plays it long towards Jake Gray. He might have strayed offside. It didn't reach him anyway. It just went straight into the hands of Hammond, the Torquay goalkeeper. Now the ball is with number 20, Dan Hayfield. Now it's on the Torquay right with Tonks. Forced to go back into their own half. Oh, and Babajide nearly making the interception. A pass across goal, but Fulston is there to retrieve it. Gets away from Roberts and Babajide. Good run by Fulston, but his pass forward to Jenkins Davis a bit too firm, and Ravan passed it back to Kurd.
Yeah, that was smart though from Torquay, and Ben Seymour was nearly onto that. But Hampton and Richmond safely collect, and it's back with the Beavers.
Yeah, coming up to 3 minutes, it's Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 0. No major chances to speak of, but we have only played 2 minutes and 58 seconds, so not a major surprise there.
Thank you for your very quick update with only 3 minutes to play.
Ball is with Billy French, who gets away from 2 Torquay players, now driving into the Torquay half in a central area. French has got Roberts available on the right, and he uses James Roberts. He's up against Fulston. Roberts looks to get the cross in early. His cross is blocked, though, by Fulston. Roberts is there to retrieve it. Well tackled there by the Torquay number 3, Roberts. And Torquay should clear their lines. And they do actually win a throw. Not the best clearance, but Sorondo couldn't quite control it, so it's out of play for a throw-in to the away side, midway into their own half. Fulston plays it long. Ravan just cushions the header to French, who hooks it down the line, headed away by Fulston. Sorondo surely nudged there in the back by Jenkins Davis. Referee not interested. Sorondo and Kia win the ball back anyway. And Kia passes it across to Alfie Williams, who's playing at left back again today. He is a midfielder by trade. Well, Kia has been dispossessed in the centre circle, and Torquay will look to counter with Tonks motoring down that right-hand side. He is held up by Alfie Williams. Well, it's a good ball down the line. It's crossed in early, cleared away by Jack Taylor.
Yeah, already that Torquay United counter-attack looking very dangerous going forward, Jackson.
Ball's now with Sam Dreyer. Plays it across to Fulston, he's probably seen the ball the most of any player on the pitch, really, Fulston.
Yeah, a bit of a majority of the activity at the moment is happening on the flanks.
Ben Seymour can't quite take down a firm pass forward to him, so the ball just dribbles across to Ted Curd, the Chelsea loanee.
And England under-19 international.
Yep, soon to be. I think this is his first call-up at under-19s level. He was called up for the under-17 World Cup last summer with England, Ted Curd.
I just think Ted Curd, he's only going to get better and better, isn't he, Jackson? He's already had 4 clean sheets this season. I just think he's just going to go from strength to strength.
Ben Seymour chests the ball down and just about keeps the ball in play on that right. Finley Krask just plays it forward to Oscar Frelkeld. Good tackle there by Josh Keir, although it has been deemed illegal by the referee. So it's a free kick to Torquay midway into their own half. Just taken short by Dreyer to Krask. Plays it down the line towards Tonks. Just able to turn out and allowed to travel. Plays it to his right back, Krask. That's played down the line to number 20, Dan Hadefield, who gets across in. It's a deep cross, but it's gone out of play, has it? Oh no, his stay is spun back in. And it's number 14, Carson, who looks to retrieve it. And Hampton Richmond have actually won themselves a throw-in. Just slightly unsighted there by a pillar, so can't say for sure how that ended up becoming a Hampton and Richmond throw-in. It's going to be French who takes who, throws it down the line towards Villette. It's beaten to it by Frelkeld. Another throw-in to the Beavers, midway into their own half.
Yeah,
French making his debut, sorry Johnny, making his debut against Tunbridge 2 weeks ago. You were saying, Johnny?
So I was just saying, no real chances so far for either side, but Torquay United have shown already they look quite threatening from the counter-attack position. Hampton and Richmond do have, of course, the hat-trick hero from last week, James Roberts, on the near side, who also looks threatening when the ball comes to him.
Yeah, 7 minutes played. It's still 0-0 between Hampton and Richmond and Torquay United. As Torquay look to build on their right-hand side, but that pass by Krask is overhit, so that's a throw-in to the Beavers, which is taken quickly by Alfie Williams. Now Taylor has the ball, plays it back to Curd. Something interesting I've been seeing in these opening 7.5 minutes. Hampton Richmond haven't gone long yet with their goal kicks. They're playing almost like Pep Guardiola wants his teams to play, and it seems like every team in the Premier League wants to do it. Here we go there by Sorondo, and Babagino plays it through to James Roberts, who is onside. He's inside the Torquay box, crosses it first time. Oh, and it's just evaded Jake Gray. Well, Hampton Richmond opened up Torquay there. It was a great challenge by Sorondo. Played it to Babajito, then played it down the channel to Roberts, and his cross couldn't quite find his teammate Jake Gray, but a good opportunity there for Hampton Richmond.
Yeah, first real chance for the Beavers this afternoon. James Roberts again charging on that near side, putting that ball into the mixer, and no Hampton Richmond player there to meet it. But I don't think we need to really commentary this afternoon because the fans around us, Jackson, are they're in full voice and they're describing the game very well for us just by the sounds they're making.
Oh, well, that's a cheap corner for Hampton Richmond. There was a ball pass back to Sam Dreyer, but before he could get to it, it went straight out of play. So Hampton Richmond have a corner on the left-hand side. It's going to be taken by Jake Gray and the likes of Jack Taylor and Billy French, and of course Bumi Babajide and James Roberts are in the box. Gray takes the corner, headed away by Hayfield. The Beavers will look to build again. It's with Revan in the centre circle. Not too many options going forward for him. So he does go back to goalkeeper Ted Kurd. And yeah, it looks like any chance of an immediate attack have now dissipated for Hampton Richmond. It's with Josh Keir now, plays it back to Revan. Babajide dropping deep there.
Yeah, Babajide very deep.
Good ball down the line by French to Roberts. He's up against Sam Dreyer for that 50-50 ball. And Dreyer doing not quite a good job of shepherding the ball out of play. He did manage to hook it away, and it was booted away by Fulston. Firm challenge there by Jack Taylor on Ben Seymour on the halfway line. Little high five there between the two. Free kick it is to Torquay. A couple of the Hampton and Richmond faithful enjoyed that. So you can see a former player there is getting clattered into by one of our newer players. That's a long ball played by Fulston. And
of course, as we can see, Jackson, in the dugout for Hampton and Richmond, there is no Alan Julian. It's Donovan Chislett that's taking care of proceedings this afternoon, as Jules is in the stands over there. Because I believe he's picked up a suspension.
I say,
which is being served today.
Yeah, okay.
You can tell we've been here recently, can't you?
Yeah. That's a throw-in to Hampton Richmond. It was Finn Tonks who thought it was a throw-in to Torquay, but referee has corrected him, so it's going to be taken by left-back for the day, Alfie Williams. He now travels with the ball and plays it across to Roberts. Good pass there by Alfie Williams, and well controlled by Roberts. Now the ball's been played down the line towards Babajide. Well challenged there though by Sam Dreyer. Out for a throw into Hampton Richmond on the right. Just taken quickly. It's with Billy French. Now James Roberts has the ball. It's a turn side Jenkins Davis. His pass though is intercepted by Sam Dreyer.
Yeah, really strong there from Dominic Revan, just not allowing Cody Cook anywhere near that ball. But already Torquay United allowing James Roberts so much space on this near side, Jackson. If there's going to be any exciting things to happen in the first half, it's going to come on this near side, and it's going to be through James Roberts.
Absolutely. As I mentioned, 6 goals this season for Hampton Richmond, 5 of them in the National League South, 3 of them coming last weekend. Josh Keir has won a free kick. It was just being pulled back there by Cody Cook. So free kick to Hampton Richmond about 5 yards into the Torquay half in the centre circle. Taken quickly by Sorondo. Plays it to the right with Billy French. And you just pass it back to Kurd. Both teams have made a concerted effort to keep the ball for long periods of the game. Maybe it's about wearing down the opposition when they're out of possession. Maybe that's where the game's going to be won and lost this afternoon. Still 0-0. Hampton Richmond looking to build an attack. It's with Jake Gray on the left-hand side. He plays it back, though, to Taylor. That's a good ball by Sorondo to Roberts. Sorondo again. clips out left to an unmarked Alfie Williams, who takes the ball well there with his chest. Looks to get a cross in, finds Babajide, but he does win the ball back, Babajide. He plays it back to Sorondo, who's shaping up to shoot, but it is comfortably over the bar there. It's rebounding off the stand, the Alan Simpson OBE stand. But again, more good build-up play there by Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond proving so far this afternoon that build-up play is working really well for them, and that opportunity just opened up for Martin Sorondo. And I mean, the shot does go quite well over the bar, but should that been controlled just a little bit better, that would have been a really good opportunity for the Beavers.
Now Torquay looking to build an attack. It's with Ben Seymour on the right flank. Not too many options. They've come now. It's with number 20, Hayfield. He plays it back to Krask. It's now with Finn Tonks. Plays down line to Krask, who gets across in first time. Hooked away by Dominic Ravan. And headed out of play by Jake Gray for a throw-in to the away side. I mean, perhaps it wasn't a surprise that Sorondo blazed that shot over the bar. He's only scored 1 goal in English football, and that came back in 2020.
Blimey.
Torquay throw the ball in to Seymour, and now Tonks looks to get the cross in. It takes a deflection, and Ted Curd gathers it, and it actually goes out of play, but it last came off Cody Cook, so goal kick to the home side. I wonder if they'll take a short one with this one. Yep, same thing again. Kerr just plays it out left about 5 yards to Jack Taylor. He's not really been pressurised. Now he is, and then he just accelerates away from Ben Seymour and passes it to Williams. Back with Curd. Williams again. Curd still has it. He's not looking to rush things too much. It's a good pass to Alfie Williams, who's now in the Torquay half. He's been chased down there by 2 Torquay players, and he does lose the ball, Williams. Now Threlkeld plays it down the left towards Cook. He's been stood up to by Ravan. And Cody Cook does go back. Now looks to go down the line, but he's well tackled there by Ravan. Out for a throw-in to the away side.
Yeah, Cody Cook just slowly getting into the game a little bit more. This will be another opportunity for the goals.
Yeah, as Johnny mentioned, he was of Bath, scored 55 goals and 130 appearances for them, so he knows where the goal is. All back in play with Threlkeld, now Dreyer. He plays out right to Krask. It's Tonks who looks to get away, and he thought he should have had a throw-in following a challenge by Alfie Williams, but the referee's assistant has deemed it a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond. Next weekend, the Beavers are back at Beveree Stadium. They play host to St Albans next Saturday. Currently it is goalless between Hampton and Richmond and Torquay. 16 minutes on the clock as Babajide looks to close down Hammond. Hammond just plays it long. And Hampton Richmond have won a free kick. Offside call there against Will Jenkins-Davis. So that's a free kick to the Beavers, about 5 yards into their own half.
Yeah, these last 5 minutes or so, Jackson has just settled down a little bit more.
Free kick has now been taken. The ball is with Dominic Ravan. He just helps it to the right with French. Not too many options for him going forward, so he goes back to Ravan. He looks to play a long pass towards Babajide, but it's just a bit too far in front of the Hampton and Richmond forwards, so that's gone out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, we're just deep into the first half now, and it has settled down a little bit more. Torquay United haven't managed to really make any serious chances so far, Jackson. It's been Hampton and Richmond who've had the best chance.
Yeah, that coming on the 8th minute. It was James Roberts who's played through down the right-hand side, and his cross just evading the on-rushing Jake Gray. If Jake Gray managed to get contact on the ball, then that would have been 1-0 Hampton Richmond, but still 0-0. As Kurd now plays it long towards Sorondo, who's made a darting run, and it just about evades him.
Little cheeky there. Cheeky little move there from Ode. Martin Sorondo just going right up to the keeper and just as if he was going to try and snatch the ball out of his hand, which of course he's not.
Yeah,
but
a slight tug as well on him, just to make sure he doesn't make a quick pass. It's now been booted long towards Cook, who helps it on, looking for Seymour, but that ball has gone straight to Ted Kurd. As I mentioned, Torquay not in the best of form. It's a good pass to Roberts. Yeah, Torquay only winning 1 of the last 3. They have won 4 of the last 7. Good pass by Alfie Williams. However, Jake Gray didn't quite time his run, and he has been flagged offside. So free kick to the Gulls.
Yeah, just caught offside there, Jake Gray, as he'll be looking to get back amongst the goals. And of course, Jake Gray scored that absolute beauty at home against Boreham Wood, didn't he? Just nicked it off the defender and just slammed it straight home.
Yeah, 2 goals this season for Gray. He was the one who scored the other goal in our 4-0 win against Enfield. And what was a virtuoso performance by Roberts. That's a bit of sloppy from Hampton Richmond, and Torquay have the ball midway into their half. Great challenge there by Ravan, and Hampton Richmond will look to break. Ball's on the right-hand side with Roberts, who sidesteps Fulston well. Looks to play it forward to Babajide, but his pass is blocked, and the visitors are now in possession with Carson. He's been pressurised well, so he's been forced to go back to goalkeeper Hammond. But he just plays it straight out of the ground for a throw-in to Hampton Richmond. So that's the first new ball of the afternoon with just shy of 20 minutes. That's pretty good going for usual standards at Bev.
Well, you know, the ball has very much been played on the ground so far in this first half. So, and like you say, Ted Kurd not opting to go long so far. And again, he's just played it short there.
I was thinking there's going to be curse of the commentator there. Kia's lost the ball in the centre circle, and Carson is looking to charge towards Hampton Richmond's goal. And he was just nibbled away out there by Josh Kia.
Oh, Kia's being brought forward by the referee.
Yeah, I wonder if that's going to be the first booking of the afternoon. It is. So, yeah, yellow card for Josh Kia. It wasn't a malicious challenge at all, but it did just disrupt the attack for Torquay, so I'm not sure you're going to have a lot of complaints. Anyway, this free kick will be taken by Jenkins Davis. Plenty of bodies on the edge of the Hampton Richmond box. And after all, that's been taken short to Carson, who looks to dink it in. Looking for Cody Cook, who heads it into the back of the net. Well, that's a bit of a soft goal there for Hampton and Richmond, but take nothing away from Cody Cook. A really, really well-placed header, generating the power from that ball into the box by Carson. And somewhat against the run of play, Hampton and Richmond find themselves behind. 21 minutes played, it's Hampton and Richmond 0, Torquay 1.
Yeah, that ball was lofted in, and it was Cody Cook, wasn't it? It was there to meet it. Oh, and there has just been a pyrotechnic thrown onto the pitch there. So we'll just need to, before play can resume, we'll just need to remove that from the pitch.
Well, that's really quite uncalled for, to throw a flare onto the pitch.
I've actually never seen that at Beveree Stadium. I've never seen that.
Neither have I.
But just to go back to the play there, Jackson, the ball was just lofted in very well, and Cody Cook was given the space, and it was a lovely header, and he timed it so well, and he put it in the bottom left-hand corner, just arrowed it down. Ted Kurd was stretching but couldn't get there. A good goal for the Gulls.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was well placed into that bottom left-hand corner by Cody Cook, who, as Johnny mentioned, was growing into the game. And, well, he's got himself on the score sheet as play doesn't quite resume. Don't know what the referee is, why he's wanting to delay things. Anyway, now play has resumed. It's with Alfie Williams on the left.
So we can now see as well, security just has stepped up in the Torquay United fan area. As we want to make sure each fan here comes away safely.
Yeah, hopefully that idiot who threw that pyrotechnic onto the pitch. Oh, that's good play by Villette. He takes a early shot, spilled a little bit by the goalkeeper Hammond, and has put out a play for a throw-in to Hampton Richmond. Well, that was a chance out of nothing there. A stunning shot from about 25 yards from goal by Villette.
Yeah, Villette, superb strike, but easy enough for the keeper to make the save. Hampton Richmond looking for an immediate response, Jackson.
It's with Bumi Babajide. He's under pressure there by Crass. And Babajide does well to wriggle away from him and then draw the foul. So that's a free kick to Hampton Richmond in a left of central area. About 30 yards from the Torquay goal.
So, bit far out for an absolute screamer, Jackson.
I think so, yeah.
What do we think we're looking for the head of Jack Taylor there?
Jack
Billy
Taylor
French?
and Billy French, and of course James Roberts, the
look at him lurking at the back there.
Deadliest man in TW12 at the moment. It's Jake Gray, Josh Keir and Alfie Williams who are stood over the ball. Keir has now walked away as Williams dinks it in, looking for Taylor, and he almost got there. And I think in the end it was Billy French who got contact on the ball. He put it over the bar from an acute angle, but that was a little bit too easy there for Hampton. It's just a pity that they couldn't get the shot on target.
Yeah, Jack Taylor coming so close. If he just managed to get a foot on it and just aim it at the goal, that would certainly have tested the Torquay United goalkeeper.
We are going to have a bit of a stoppage in this game. It's Dominic Ravan who's down on the ground in the centre circle. Appears to be holding his right thigh. Of course, Ravan, he did pick up an injury on the opening day of the season, 3-1 defeat at home to Hornchurch. He did have to come off pretty early in this game, and well, it would be a pity if this was to happen to him again.
Yeah, that will be a really big shame for Dominic Ravan if he's not able to continue this afternoon.
And while he receives treatment, the Hampton Richmond players go over to the bench. As you mentioned, Jonny, Alan Julian sat in the stands in this game, so it's Donovan Chisler who's going to be doing the on-pitch runnings for today. And what do you think he'll be saying to his players at this point?
I think he'll be saying to the boys, you know, don't keep your heads down. You know, we are. I do feel Hampton Richmond have been the better side so far this afternoon. So pick yourselves up and just try and get yourself right back in this game. Let's get a goal before the end of the half, just to get ourselves back on level terms. But Hampton and Richmond by no means out of this competition. It'll all be positivity, I think, from the Hampton and Richmond bench.
Ravan is back on his feet, still looking a bit uncomfortable, so we'll wait and see if a change has to be made. Well, I can see Luke Ruddick giving instructions to Jerry Wiltshire, so that does suggest that Ravan's race is run, but we'll let you know if the substitution happens. Well, actually, Wiltshire has just been sent for a warm-up, so maybe they're going to give Ravan a couple of minutes to see if the injury is okay.
Yeah.
As Torquay take the goal here, it's played long towards Cook, who gets that flick on towards Seymour, but Sorondo is there to make the clearance. He's just filling in at centre-back for Ravan, who has now been allowed back into play. Ball's in the Torquay half with Keir. Plays it to Babajide high, but it's headed away by Threlkeld, and now Torquay will come away with it. Early pass played to Seymour, but Jack Taylor gets there first comfortably and just passes it to Williams, who plays it long towards Babajide. Headed away by Dreyer, and then booted away by Fulston. Ravan has his first touch since his injury, and well, it's actually a Hampton Richmond free kick because Ben Seymour was flagged offside and interfering with play.
I'm just worried about Ravan there.
Yeah,
he's holding the same.
He did well to control the ball. However, Ben Seymour just nipped in, and well, Ravan, he's looking uncomfortable. I think, yeah, the change is going to be made. Jerry Wiltshire is stripped off and ready to go.
Oh, I'm really gutted for Dominic Ravan. He was really getting into this game.
Yeah, and he had started the last 4 before today.
But so players' welfare comes before anything, Jackson.
Of course, yeah. So yeah, Ravan is hobbling off, holding his right leg. And let's hope it's not too big an injury for him, because he is a valued asset for the team.
Like every Hampton and Richmond
Yes.
player.
Anyway, that change has now been made. Jerry Wiltshire on in place for Ravan. And play has resumed. It's with Alfie Williams on the left in Torquay's half. Plays it back to Jack Taylor, and now Wiltshire has his first touch of the game. Just plays it back to Ted Curd. Now is Sorondo. Again, just playing it back to Curd. I reckon Curd has probably had the most touches of any Hampton and Richmond player this afternoon so far. 28 minutes on the clock. It's Hampton and Richmond 0, Torquay 1. Goal scored on 21 minutes by Cody Cook. Curd now goes long, looking for Babajide, evades him and Krask, the Torquay defender. Jake Gray is now looking to press Sam Dre, and Dre goes back to Hammond, who boots it long and just out of danger, really, and it will just go straight to French, who retrieves it and plays it back to his goalkeeper, Curd. That's with Williams. Taylor clips out left to Williams, midway into Hampton and Richmond's half. It's been pressed there by Hayfield, but Williams manages to find Keogh with a pass. Now it's with Roberts. Just gone a bit quiet these last few minutes, James Roberts. He looks to play the ball first time down the right to French, but just strays out of play before French could get onto it. So that's a throw in to the visitors.
Yeah, James Roberts just dropped it a bit deep there, just to allow that pass to Billy French.
Throw in taken by Torquay. Keogh wins the ball, but he can only put out of play for another throw in to Torquay. Now it's on the Torquay left with Carson. Dummied there by Cook. Finds Seymour down that left-hand side. He's been stood up to by Jack Taylor. Seymour looks across it with his left foot, blocked by Taylor. He'll get another chance, and now plays back to Carson. He crosses it first time. It's headed by Cook.
Oh, no.
It's actually put in by Cook, but he has been flagged offside. It was Will Jenkins-Davis who got the flick on with the header, and Cook didn't quite time his run as he stabbed the ball home. Slight let off there for Hampton Richmond. It is still Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1.
Yeah, Torquay United just have been really clinical. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Jackson, but they've only really had 2 opportunities for me, and both those opportunities they put in the back of the net.
Oh, and that was nearly lost possession there on the edge of the Hampton Richmond box for Hampton Richmond. They have now lost it. It's with Threlkeld, the captain, plays it to Ben Seymour, who takes a shot, but he couldn't quite get out of his feet, and it is saved by Ted Curd. Another let off there for Hampton Richmond, and James Roberts, he's absolutely furious there with his teammates. It was quite sloppy play by Hampton Richmond. They looked to play it out from the back, and it nearly cost them a goal there.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond just look ever so slightly unsettled at the moment with the ball going in the back of the net, but obviously not counting. So Hampton and Richmond just need to settle down a little bit.
And the Torquay fans are in very, very high spirits, as I'm sure you can hear on this YouTube watch along. Thank you to those who are tuning in this afternoon. What's been an entertaining game, not a good scoreline from a Hampton Richmond perspective. Is Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1. The goal scored on 21 minutes by Cody Cooker. Deft header from quite far out is what separates the 2 sides so far. Oh, and that was nearly given away again there by Hampton Richmond, but Taylor just managed to flick the ball back to Ted Curd. And now Jerry Wiltshire can travel with the ball, plays it to Villette, who returns it to Wiltshire. Now Villette, who is surrounded by 2 Torquay players. Now Sorondo has the ball in space just inside Hampton Richmond's half. Does well to get away from Hayfield. Sorondo plays inside to Jake Gray, and he's got James Roberts on the overlap on the right, and he uses him with James Roberts on that right flank. Gets across it, it's a good cross, finds Babajide's head, but it's just a touch too high for him, and it's booted away by the away side. Hampton Richmond will look to come again. It's on their left-hand side with Sorondo. And he plays a crossfield ball towards Roberts, headed away by Carson, out for a throw-in to Hampton Richmond, about 30 yards from goal, taken quickly by Roberts, finds Villette, but he's dispossessed by Oscar Frelkel. Good challenge there by French to win the ball back for the Beavers. And now Sorondo has it, plays it to Villette. Now Kia, about 30 yards from goal, sprays out left towards Williams, but it's just overhit that from Kia, so it's gone out of play for a throw-in to the away side.
Yeah, that ball to Babajide, it was just a little bit too high for him, wasn't it, Jackson? And he just tried, he couldn't control the header to keep it down, so the ball just sort of, he just skimmed it over his head, really.
I think if Babajide was about 3 inches taller, that would have been 1-1. That's how fine the margins are at this level. Good play by Ben Seymour to get away from Jack Taylor and play it to the goal scorer, Cook. But Hampton Richmond have a throw-in. Cook making the tackle on Alfie Williams. Throws it down the line, looking for Villette, but Oscar Threlkel, the captain for Torquay, heads out of play for another throw-in. Williams goes back now to Taylor. And here's Wiltshire, just outside the Beavers penalty box. Finds Billy French. Wiltshire goes back to his goalkeeper, Ted Curd. Well, you have to hand it to Hampton Richmond, despite 1 or 2 alarming moments when trying to play out from the back. They are still sticking to their principles, and well, that's a bit soppy from Ted Curd. He played it to Villette. It was intercepted the pass, but Hampton Richmond do come away with it again. Throw into the Beavers, which is taken quickly. Good header by Jake Gray to Babajide. That was a bit of a late challenge on Sam Dreyer, but the referee allows play to continue. And Torquay go long, looking for Cody Cook on the right-hand side. And yeah, he surely clipped Williams to the ground. Free kick that to Hampton Richmond.
Yeah, Torquay United will feel like they've been quite lucky, I think, Jackson, with the position they find themselves in. But Torquay have built into this first half now, and it's Torquay United that are on top at the moment.
They seem quite content to allow Hampton Richmond to do their passing out from the back and just knowing when to press at the right time.
It's the space that James Roberts has. You just think Hampton Richmond need to get the ball to James Roberts.
Yeah, you do get a sense that something will happen if Roberts can get the ball. And he has received the ball. Well, actually he hasn't. It was just a bit too overcooked, that pass by Ted Curd. It's gone straight out of play for a Torquay throw, just inside the Hampton and Richmond half on the left. Now Dreyer looks to spray it outright towards Tonks. And Williams did make the block there, but the ball did strike his arm. And it's gone. That's going to be a free kick to the away side. 36 minutes played. It is Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1. Cody Cook's goal is what separates the two sides, and 1 or 2 nervous moments for Hampton Richmond at the back without any major opportunities for the away side. Cody Cook did put the ball in the net for a second time, but he was quite clearly offside. They do have a chance here, though, the away side. Free kick swung in by Carson. Headed more up than out by Wiltshire. It's headed by Cook, but it's an easy save for Ted Curd. Cook just down on the ground, just slowly getting back to his feet. So the referee has stopped play just to check on him to make sure there's not a head injury. Cook is now moving again, and play does continue with Curd, who passes it to his left with Jack Taylor. Now Curd has been closed there by Seymour. He goes long with his left foot, and it's gone straight out of play.
You can tell since the second time the ball went in the back of Ted Curd's net, you can sense there's an unease there.
Yeah, I think Hampton Richmond wouldn't mind the half-time whistle coming, but they've got a few more minutes. Yeah, it's 37 minutes played, and it is still 1-0 to Torquay. as Fulston looks to drive forward on that left-hand channel. Bit of an overhit pass there towards Ben Seymour, so it should be easy defending there for Wiltshire. Pretty good play there by Seymour just to cause 1 or 2 problems, but it did go out of play for a goal kick to the Beavers.
Hampton and Richmond just need to settle down a little bit. I know the ball's gone in the back of the net twice, but it is still only 1-0 here. So Hampton and Richmond very much in this tie.
Kurd plays it short to Taylor, who then goes long towards Babajide, headed away by Sam Dreyer. Ball's on the Hampton Richmond left with Williams. Been put under pressure by Jenkins Davis, so goes back to Jack Taylor. And he plays the ball across to Billy French, who just nips in ahead of Hayfield. But Torquay have won it back. It's with Hayfield, about 25 yards of goal. Plays it to Ben Seymour on the edge of the box. And he plays out left to Carson. Been pressurised by Sorondo. And he plays it inside to Seymour. Looks to take a shot. He really wants a goal. Ball just dribbles calmly into the hands of Ted Kurd.
Seymour is hungry, but doesn't have the appetite at the moment. That's 2 opportunities for Ben Seymour, but both safely at Ted Kurd.
It's now a throw-in to Torquay United. Jake Gray just trying to make a run down that left-hand side with the ball, but just kicked it out of play as he ran out of road. Ball's been played back to James Hammond, the Torquay keeper. He's been pressurised by Roberts, but Hammond manages to get it away, finds Cook, who helps on towards Jenkins Davis. Williams gets his head on the ball first. He was just taken out a bit there by Jenkins Davis. That's a free kick to the home side. Alan Julian stood next to a couple of investors of the club. So long ball played towards Roberts. Is well caught though by Torquay keeper James Hammond. Julian, he almost wants to jump over the balcony and give out his instructions, but no can do today.
He can just enjoy it from the balcony.
Ball played high towards Cody Cook, who lets it run to Finn Tonks. Williams does just about deal with it. It's actually a throw-in to Torquay. Jack Taylor did clear the ball away, but he actually played it against his own man. So throw-in to Torquay on the right, deep into Hampton and Richmond's half.
Yeah, like I was mentioning there, Torquay United very much on top at the moment.
It's with Ben Seymour on the right flank. It's to wriggle away from Williams, but his cross is blocked and out of play for a corner kick to Torquay on the right-hand side.
I haven't seen too many corners in this game so far, Jackson. What does that suggest to you?
Well, both sets of players are looking just to keep the ball, so it's in a way not a surprise that the ball hasn't gone dead that many times in this game. Coming up to 41 minutes, Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1 as the corner is taken quickly, crossed in by Jenkins Davis, a deep one, too high for anyone inside the box, so that's going to be a throw-in on the right to Hampton and Richmond. Bit of a waste there from Torquay as they did catch Hampton Richmond slightly cold with that quick corner, but Torquay didn't make the most of it.
Yeah, the sun may be out, but there is a slight wind in the air as well. So Hampton and Richmond will be looking to try and keep the ball on the ground as much as they can.
So Jake Gray plays a pass forward to Villette, and Jake Gray will actually come away with it inside Torquay's half top. Babajide only in support. Jake Gray still has it somehow. Eventually it took about 4 Torquay players for him to be dispossessed. Hampton Richmond will look to come again. It's with Alfie Williams. Now Sorondo plays it back to centre-back Jack Taylor. Now Alfie Williams in a left of central area in the Torquay half. Tries a through ball, but it's cut out. And now Torquay have it with Hayfield. Back to Fulston. Now Dreyer. Plays out right to Tonks. Now Jenkins Davis tries an intricate through ball to Tonks, but didn't quite come off for him. It didn't quite come off because it took a deflection of a Hampton Richmond player. So that's actually a throw-in to Torquay midway into Hampton Richmond's half on the right.
Yeah, that was a really good counter-attack from Hampton and Richmond there. And like you say, Jake Gray just running through about four Torquay players there. But Torquay just doing enough to stop any Hampton and Richmond attack there.
Another throw in to Torquay. Ball last coming off Alfie Williams. Torquay just edging towards that Hampton and Richmond penalty box. They win successive throw-ins. But now they're going back to Dreyer, who looks to play it early towards Tonks, but that has just drifted out of play for a goal kick to the Beavers. We enter the final 2 minutes of the opening period. Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1 is the score. The goal was scored in the 21st minute by Cody Cook. A deft header from near enough the edge of the box, beating Ted Curd at his far post. So ball played long towards French, headed out of play by Torquay left back Jay Fulston, who was part of Yeovil's National League South winning side last season, Fulston. Now he's moved across the West Country to Torquay, who will certainly be having that same target of getting out of this division and back into the National League. Speculative long ball there by Sorondo is too far in front of Villette and Babajide, so now Torquay keeper Hammond has it.
Yeah, just there, James Roberts just having his arms out there just to say, why are you not giving the ball to me, guys? Look at the space I'm in here. Again, we've been harping on about it all half with the space he's creating, and we might find it
and now Gray
here.
looks to find Roberts, but ball's headed away by Fulston. Gray will pick up the second ball, just overran it slightly, so it's hooked away by Torquay. Which are looking to come again, but they have just lost possession. Although Torquay have surrendered it again by putting it out of play for a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond, which is thrown back to Ted Curd. Final minute of the opening 45 now. Might have a couple of minutes added on because we have had
Dominic
that injury
Ravan
to Dominic Ravan. Curd plays it to Williams, who finds Josh Keir first time, who's been hassled there by two Torquay players, and he has been well tackled. But Hampton Richmond have come away with a throw-in. So it's 3 added minutes at the end of this first half. Not a major surprise, as I mentioned, Dominic Ravan having to receive treatment on 2 occasions in this first half before hobbling off with what looked like a groin injury. Left back Alfie Williams now has it. Plays inside to Josh Keir in the centre circle. He goes back to Wiltshire. Now so on the right with French. Wiltshire again. He looks to play out left to Williams, but easy header away for Tonks. And now Hayfield will look to come away with it on the Torquay right, but his pass is cut out there well by Mauro Villette. Villette scoring his first goal in what is his second spell at Hampton Richmond 2 weeks ago in the 2-2 draw at Tunbridge. A lovely long-range effort which found its way into the top corner. Torquay on the attack, but Jack Taylor cuts out a through ball, and now Wiltshire will play it across goal to right back Billy French, who has some space to run into. Roberts is making that run, but French opts to play it inside to Sorondo. And now it's with centre-back Jack Taylor, about 10 yards into Hampton Richmond's half. Now is Jake Gray, plays out left to Williams. He looks to find Villette, but that long ball is cut out by Sam Dreyer. Hampton Richmond have possession again, halfway into the allotted 3 added minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1, but James Roberts has the ball, crosses it in well, it's half cleared away, only as far out as Villette, plays it back to Josh Keir, about 30 yards in goal. Bit of a sloppy pass, but Babajide is there to retrieve it on the left flank. He's taken on Tonks, and he gets across him, but it's easily cleared away by Finlay Krask. Throw into Hampton and Richmond. In the final minute of stoppage time. It's been really good timing for Hampton Richmond to get a goal. They're 1-0 down. Oh, that's a cynical challenge there by Carson on Roberts. That's a free kick to the Beavers. There will be time for this free kick to be taken. 35 yards from goal on the right.
I think this might be last opportunity of the half for Hampton and Richmond. Can they make it count?
It's Roberts who was stood over the ball, but it's going to be Jake Gray who takes this. And yeah, this is going to be an old-fashioned, just put it in the mixer.
Just get your head on it.
Jake Gray takes the free kick, but it's easily cleared away there by Cody Cook, the goal scorer. And that might be it as far as the first half is concerned. And indeed it is. So Hampton Richmond do have some work to do. They are 1-0 down. The goal scored on 21 minutes by Cody Cook. A lovely deft header, generating loads of power and finding the bottom left-hand corner of Ted Kurd's goal to put Torquay 1-0 up. Cook did put the ball in there in the second half, but it was disallowed because it was offside quite clearly. Hampton Richmond had a couple of chances in this opening period, but they haven't made their flirtations with goal count. At half-time, it's Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1. We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. Well, welcome back to Hampton and Richmond's YouTube watch along on what was a very sunny Saturday afternoon. National League South fixture between Hampton Richmond and Torquay. The score is Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1. Goal scored by Torquay forward Cody Cook on 21 minutes. That's what separates the two sides at the moment. Both teams have returned to the pitch. Do you reckon we have time to do the half-time scores across the National League South? Have you got your
I'll do it. I'll do it as quickly as I can, Jackson. So half-time scores in the Vanarama National League South: Chelmsford 3, Eastbourne Borough 0, Chesham United 0, Bath City 0, Chippenham Town 0, Borehamwood 1, Dorking Wanderers 2, Hornchurch 1, Enfield Town 0, Weymouth 0, Farnborough 0, Averley 0. Slough Town 1, Tunbridge Angels 0, St Albans City 0, Salisbury 3, Truro City 1, Hemel Hempstead 0, Welling United 1, Weston-super-Mare 2, and Worthing 0, Maidstone United 1. Oh, and on the topic of Worthing, Jackson, there is a documentary on TNT Sports.
Yes, the club that George built, about Worthing's owner, George Dow, who had a very tragic accident and he was paralysed from the chest down, but he used his compensation money to build Worthing back up to the National League South and to be a big player in that division. And it's well worth a watch, I'd say. Anyway, we are about to begin in this second half. Oh, we've had a false start. A couple of the players a bit too eager to get underway, but now we have begun. Torquay shooting towards the Alan Simpson OBE stand in this second half. They are a goal to the good against Hampton and Richmond. So Beavers in possession with James Roberts. He plays it early down the line towards Villette. Ball just skids away from him though, and it's an easy gather for Torquay goalkeeper James Hammond. And it's been played back to Hammond by Torquay captain Oscar Threlkeld. And now Sam Dreyer, formerly of Hampton and Richmond last season, is on the ball, and he did pretty well in that first half. Limited openings for the Beavers, as Torquay looking to double their lead with Ben Seymour, another former Hampton and Richmond player. And it has only been partially cleared away, but it was a late challenge on Hampton Richmond's centre-back Jack Taylor by the goal scorer Cook. So free kick to the Beavers, which has been taken short by Ted Curd.
Just want to say to everyone on the YouTube watch along, our microphones are on very low battery at the moment. My one has just cut out, and unfortunately I don't have a replacement for the second half, so Jackson's one is still working, but our controller microphone is also on very low battery, so in the second half the audio might cut off, but we'll still keep the well, we'll still keep the stream going, I suppose, but you'll just have to do a bit of lip reading. But just to give you a little bit of warning. Anyway, back to Jackson.
Hampton Richmond on the attack with Villette, but he's tackled by Finlay Krask. And it's put out of play for a Hampton and Richmond throw-in just inside the Torquay half. So it'll be taken by Billy French. And he throws it back to Jerry Wiltshire. Now is Sorondo. There's a short pass to Wiltshire. Now Jack Taylor on the ball. He's got Alfie Williams in support and just plays it out left to him. And he dinks it forward, looking for Babajide, but it's headed away by Dreyer. And it's played down the Torquay right. Good challenge there by Williams. But Torquay have won it back. They've actually given it away now to Sorondo. And he plays it across to French in a right of central area. Now Roberts looking to motor away from Carson on that right-hand side, but his cross is way over here, out of play for a goal kick to Torquay.
Thank you very much to everyone tuning in on the YouTube watch along. I know my girlfriend Ellie is tuning in, so Ellie, thank you very much for tuning in all the way down in West Sussex, and to all those tuning in around the world. I believe, and also I think your mum's watching, isn't she, Jackson?
Yeah,
I think.
yep.
So,
in Greece.
Oh wow! So we got listeners in Greece. Well, thank you very much to all those listening around the world. Hampton and Richmond truly are going global.
Goal kick now taken by James Hammond, the Torquay keeper. Ball just a bit of head tennis in that middle third of the pitch. It's now on the ground with Fulston. He goes back to Hammond, who plays it first time to Krask. Now Will Jenkins-Davis plays it down the line, but he doesn't quite find Tonks. Now the ball's played in that channel, but Hampton Richmond now can come away with it, but that's given away by Babajide. Here's Dreyer. It was a little bit too easy, that pass to his former teammate at Hampton Richmond, Ben Seymour. And Roberts looking to win the challenge against Carson. Sorondo then nips in ahead of Carson. And here's Roberts, plays a good pass to Villette. And he looks to find French on the overlap, but the pass is intercepted by Torquay, who are on the attack, although that pass on their left-hand side is overhit. And it's now with Hampton Richmond goalkeeper Ted Curd, who, as we mentioned a bit earlier on, received the call-up for England under-19 side for the upcoming October international break. Just overhit the pass out left to Babajide, out for a Torquay throw-in. Now Sorondo looking to play it forward to Roberts, but it's well intercepted, the ball by Hayfield. Now it's on the Torquay right. Ball played down the line to Ben Seymour, who gets in ahead of Jack Taylor. Has been boxed in to the corner, but good play there by Seymour to win Torquay a corner on the right-hand side as he played the ball against Jack Taylor. Seymour getting 16 goals for Hampton Richmond last term. Just one goal for Torquay so far in what is his 10th appearance for them. Corner's going to be taken by Carson. An in-swinger from the right. So he takes it, headed away by Villette. Jenkins-Davis, who looks to retrieve her. He's been chased down by Gray and Babajide, but Jenkins-Davis still has it. He's on the left-hand side now. Looks to get an early cross in, but cut out by Kia, who then looks to play it to Babajide, but it's just a bit overhit. So it's thrown to Torquay, which is taken quickly. It's back with their keeper, Hammond, who plays it to Krask, who passes down the line to Tonks. That's a great piece of control there by the Torquay number 17, and he's actually won a throw-in for his troubles. Throw-in has been taken, but cleared away by Sorondo. Don't mind Johnny. Tonks is looking to get the cross in. This race through to, I think that was Cody Cook, who almost got his and Torquay's second of the afternoon. Well, it was a low cross from the right by Tonks. It went through a crowd, and there was Cook to shoot first time, and the ball whistled past the post of Ted Curd's goal. Bit of a let-off there for Hampton and Richmond. I mean, I would ask you to comment, but you didn't see any of that because you're plugging that in. Babajide's now won a free kick for Hampton Richmond, just taken down there by, I think it was Hayfield. Actually, we're going to have a bit of a stoppage in play. There is a Torquay player who is down on the ground. I can't quite make out who it is. May have been following that challenge on Babajide, he's come off quite well. It's Sam Dreyer, actually. And he is moving rather gingerly. He is back on his feet, so I'm sure the Torquay medical staff will look to put him back on the pitch and see if he can walk off this knock. But Torquay, they are briefly down to 10 men as Kia takes the free kick, just plays it short into the centre circle to Sorondo. Now the ball's on the Hampton Richmond left with Jake Gray and Williams, and Gray now receives it in space. He's bearing down on the Torquay penalty box. He will look to get the cross in. It's deflected, and then it's put out of play by Krask, out for a corner to Hampton and Richmond on the left-hand side. Coming up to 54 minutes, it's Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1. But Hampton Richmond have a chance here to get level with a corner. It's taken by Gray. It's punched away well by James Hammond.
Just want to say, Hampton Richmond do have an advantage now as they're not kicking into the sunlight. So as you can see, the Torquay United goalkeeper is wearing a cap to try and protect the sun from his eyes.
Thank you, Johnny. I can't say that again in this half. Ball's in the Hampton Richmond half with French. Plays it outright to Wiltshire. Goes back to Sorondo after being put under some pressure. Kia plays it first time towards Taylor, but actually ends up at the feet of Alfie Williams. Now Taylor dinks it forward to Babajida. He takes it down with his chest, just about keeps it in play on the left. Sidesteps Sam Dreyer very effectively there. Babajide on the left channel. He's got Williams in support. Goes back to Kia instead. Midway into the Torquay half. But Hampton Richmond just retreat a bit. Oh, good turn by Sorondo to get away from Cook. Now here's Kia. And here's Jack Taylor. Hampton Richmond have passed the ball well at points in this game. Had one or two hairy moments when trying to play it out from the back, but it's yet to yield a goal, their passing game. They are 1-0 down, though. Babajide looks to get past Tonks, but Tonks did tackle him, but could only put it out of play for a throw-in to the Beavers.
Yeah, a couple of corners in quick succession now for Hampton and Richmond. So Hampton and Richmond just looking to get themselves back on level terms here. Oh no, sorry, beg your pardon, it's a throw-in, beg your pardon.
Not to worry. Here's Jake Gray now, shaped up to cross, instead plays across to Villette. Oh, good skill there by Villette on the edge of the box. Plays it back to French, who thought about a shot, decides to play it back to Villette, and he crosses it in towards Gray, but it's just a bit too far in front of him. That's gone out for a goal kick to the away side. So that's 1,625 fans inside Beveree Stadium this afternoon. A really, really good turnout. Fair play to the Torquay fans who have made the long drive or train journey from Devon to be here at TW12 this afternoon. Or flight, I suppose. You could do that if you're feeling a bit adventurous. As a goal kick has now been taken. Wiltshire does have his arms all over Cody Cook, and yeah, that's a free kick to the away side, about 20 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half in a right of central area. Wiltshire can't have any complaints whatsoever there. And Hampton Richmond have got to be switched on here. They're only one goal down, but if they were to concede another on 57 minutes, they'd leave themselves a mountain to climb against pretty well drilled Torquay side. It's going to be Will Jenkins-Davis who takes the free kick. He dinks it in at the far post, and it's cleared away by Jack Taylor, who almost put it into his own net as he somewhat shanked that clearance with his left foot. So here's a corner to the visitors on the left-hand side.
Is on really low as well. That's really low.
It's going to be Jenkins-Davis who takes this corner kick. Swings the ball in. It's a deep corner. It's booted away by Kia. Referee has spotted an infringement. It's a collision there between Kurd and it does look like, I thought it was Dreyer, but it's actually Jay Fulston, the left back. Referee not looking to book anyone, but just having a little word there as Hampton Richmond get themselves a free kick, which is taken short by Kurd, and that's almost given away by Sorondo. Wiltshire bailed him out there by clearing the ball away. Sorondo now has the ball again, plays out left to Alfie Williams, who looks to play it down the line. Oh, and Jake Gray, it looked like he was going to catch the ball, but he was really unsighted there by the sun.
I'm charging the laptop up. So.
It's the ball now with Jerry Wiltshire.
27.
Now here's Roberts on the right-hand side. Cuts inside as he's been chased down by Cody Cook. Now is Babajide on the left. Oh, does well to get away from Finley Krask. Hampton Richmond number 17. Now is Sorondo, plays it back to Jack Taylor on the halfway line. Plays it quickly to Billy French, who didn't quite control the ball, but Roberts was there to retrieve her, and he plays it down the line to French, and that's surely a free kick. Oh, referee allows play to go on because Hampton Richmond do come away with it. It's Kia, cross it first time, that cross is blocked. Now is Roberts going down that right-hand side. His cross is then blocked out for a throw-in to the home side.
This is better from Hampton and Richmond, just trying to build on this at the moment, and it's still back in play. Here we go.
Crossed in by Roberts, hooked away by Sam Dreyer. And French wins that second ball, playing it back to Jack Taylor. And now Wiltshire just inside the Torquay half, plays a neat pass inside to Gray. And here's Kia, got Roberts in support on the right and uses him. James Roberts shapes up to shoot, instead tries to caress the pass with his left foot, but he ran into a lot of traffic there. But Torquay can only put the ball out of play for a Hampton and Richmond throw-in. It's good pressure by the Beavers over this last 2 minutes. We have played over an hour at Beveree Stadium. Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1. The goal scored by Cody Cook on 21 minutes. And well, even though Hampton Richmond are playing well at the moment, it's been Torquay have looked a bit more likely in terms of trying to get that second goal. Cody Cook went close early in the second half. Jack Taylor almost diverting the ball into his own net a couple of minutes ago. It's a throw-in to the Beavers, but referee is just wanting to stop the game for a substitution, and it's Ben Seymour, formerly of Hampton and Richmond. A pretty good reception there for him from the home fans and, of course, the away fans. And on in his place is number 11, Brad Ash, who actually won the penalty for Torquay when the two sides last met. That was a 1-0 win at Plainmoor. The penalty was scored by Asa Hall, who's no longer on their books. And yeah, Ben Seymour didn't really have much service, and when I suppose he did receive the ball, didn't really make the most of it. But he's now been brought off. His race is run. It's a throw in to the away side, about 10 yards into their own half on the right. Krask is almost caught there by Villette, but referee doesn't deem that a bad challenge. Throw into Torquay now in Hampton and Richmond's half. About midway into it on the right. Krask throws it to Tonks. He looks to play Tonks in down the line, but Taylor just does enough to let the ball go out of play for a Hampton and Richmond goal kick. And it has been taken, played to Jack Taylor, now Williams. Taylor again, been pressurised by Cook, so Taylor plays a crossfield ball to Roberts. The ball's headed out of play by Fulston. Throw into the Beavers just inside their own half. Oh, a bit of a waste there for Hampton and Richmond. Ball was thrown to Mauro Villette, but just overran the ball out of play for a throw into Torquay. A bit of head tennis going on in that final third of the pitch. It's with Jerry Wiltshire, he's dispossessed and just about gets to the loose ball ahead of number 14, Carson. Crosses deep on the left, but goes out of play for a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond. 64 minutes played it is, still Hampton and Richmond 0, Torquay 1.
I can't tell if it's charging or not. Is it supposed to be charging?
The Beavers are looking to build an attack. It's a long ball play towards Babajide, just beaten to it by Sam Dreyer.
Come down here.
That's just straight out of play for a throw-in to Torquay. Thrown back to the goalkeeper, Hammond. Now Dreyer. Plays it down the line towards Tonks. It's gone out of play for a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond. Now Williams throws it back to Jack Taylor. And here's Wiltshire. Got some space to travel in to the Torquay half, but plays it forward and out of play for a goal kick. And do we have you back, Johnny?
I think we've got me back. Yeah.
Oh, that's
I think
a
I'm
relief.
back. Did you miss me whilst I was gone?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, just a bit of technical problems, but we are back up to speed, hopefully.
Let's hope Hampton and Richmond can also get back up to speed.
Absolutely, that's what we all want. That's what's most important, of course. So goal kick is taken by Hammond, aiming for Cook, but Kia gets to the ball first with his head. Good turn there by Villette. He is just dragged down by Oscar Threlkeld, sorry. So free kick to the Beavers just inside the Torquay half. Now Williams plays it back to Jack Taylor. And there's Sorondo to Williams. Gets away from Tonks and plays a pass inside to French, who gets away from Will Jenkins-Davis. Plays it to Villette, and now is Jake Gray on the left-hand side inside the Torquay box. Jake Gray takes a shot, and he's just spooned it over the bar. That was a good opening there for Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, probably one of the best opportunities Hampton and Richmond have had of the second half. Jake Gray on the left-hand side with an opportunity to get it on target, but it just goes over the bar. Goes quite well over the bar, actually. Similar height to that of O'Day's shot in the first half.
Yeah, that was a good opening. Jake Gray was in plenty of space, and I did just see his facial expression as he turned away in disgust. He knows that he could have done a lot better with that. But positive sign for Hampton Richmond that they managed to open Torquay up like that. And looking to come again with French, but that's a heavy touch. And Will Jenkins-Davis now has it. And here's Brad Ash, tackled by Jerry Wiltshire.
No penalty.
Appeal. Referee immediately said no penalty. It was a challenge on number 14, Matt Carson. I don't think there was any contact there, so I think the referee has made the right decision, but you just never know in situations like that. There's no benefit of a replay or VAR at this level.
Well, no, there certainly isn't, because it would be a rather expensive thing to incorporate at this level, Jackson.
Yeah, it certainly would. It looks like Donovan Chislett, the stand-in manager today for Alan Julian, is making his first two changes of the game. I see Jaden Brissett and Chris Campbell receiving some instructions. And there is a stoppage in play, an offside for Torquay. I think that's number 11, Brad Ash. And the free kick has been taken quickly by Hampton and Richmond. Still going to wait a couple more minutes for those substitutions to take place, as Jake Gray looks to travel into Torquay. So good play between him and Villette. And now the ball is with James Roberts on the right. Been fairly quiet in this second half, Roberts. He was very productive in the first half, found a lot of space on that flank. Now the ball's in the Hampton Richmond half with Wiltshire in the centre circle. Plays a short pass forward to Josh Keir. He goes back to Sorondo. Now Roberts in a right of central area. He's tucked inside and plays out left to Alfie Williams. He looks to cross it in. It's not a particularly well executed cross by Williams, and Jake Gray is penalised there, trying to nick the ball off Dan Hayfield, and has just been penalised for a trip. It looks like those two changes will now be made. Chris Campbell and Jaden Brissett coming on. Not entirely sure who's coming off though. Well, we'll have to wait for those changes. Play has resumed. Free kick has been taken by Torquay. It's with Cody Cook on the Torquay right. He's got Krask in support and uses him. He's inside the Hampton Richmond box, crosses it low, and it's gone into the net. But it's a disallowed goal. It's Brad Ash who turned it in. He's furious with the referee's assistant. He thinks that he timed his run well. But Hampton Richmond have been given another reprieve. That's 2 disallowed goals for Torquay United.
Another reprieve, as you say there, for Hampton Richmond. Jackson. Could this be the most Hampton Richmond thing to then get a last-minute equaliser?
Well, possibly, but there's still plenty more minutes to go. 70 minutes on the clock. Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1. Torquay putting the ball in the net for a third time just a few seconds ago, but it was disallowed for offside, as Josh Keir is the first player to make way. Well, Hampton Richmond do have to kind of commit a bit forward, and he has been yellow carded earlier in this game, Keir, so that's not much of a surprise. Chris Campbell is on in his place.
It looks like Babajide is coming off as well.
And yeah, Bumi Babajide is the other player to come off. And Jaden Brissett on in his place. Brissett still looking for his first goal in what is now his 8th appearance for Hampton Richmond. He's just dishing out some instructions to Alfie Williams. Well, yeah, Chris Campbell, he'll be playing left back, and there's Alfie Williams in central midfield now. It looks like Brissett is going to be playing up top. He does have experience there. He does prefer playing out on the left wing, but he does have experience playing in the central role in that forward line when at Brentford B. Villette has the ball just outside the Torquay penalty box. Plays it to Chris Campbell, who shaped up to get across, but instead he's gone back to Villette. Now Jack Taylor.
You just sense if Hampton Richmond were to get a goal now, that would really be rubbing salt in the wounds of the Torquay United fans.
It's on the Hampton Richmond left again with Campbell. Plays an early pass to Gray, gets an early cross in, almost finds Williams. Cleared away by Torquay, only as far out as Sorondo. Now Taylor to Villette. And here's Campbell, tries a cheeky backheel pass to Jake Gray, but it's actually gone out of play for a Torquay throw, and I think it must have gone out of play before Campbell got his foot onto the ball. Campbell, of course, scored in 4 weeks ago at the Bev in our defeat to Worthing. And that's, well, play has going to have to stop. It's a knock to the head for Ash following a 50-50 challenge with, I think that was Jake Gray. He is back on his feet, Ash, so looks like he's going to be okay to continue, but the referee will do a drop ball. It's where Hampton Richmond will be not necessarily obliged to give it back to Torquay, and they didn't do that. It's with Billy French now, receiving the ball from Wiltshire. It's a good flick by Williams, but Roberts wasn't quite on the same wavelength. And in trying to win the ball back, Roberts is penalised for a firm challenge there on the Torquay number 14, Carson. So free kick to the visitors just inside their own half.
Do you just sense, Jackson, that Hampton Richmond, crazy things happen in football? Could Hampton Richmond get a goal in this situation, do you think?
I am very sure that it can be done. And Hampton Richmond are looking to change things. Jaden Brissett now has the ball in a little bit of space, plays it down the line towards Campbell, but that pass is well intercepted by Dreyer, putting it out of play for a throw-in on the left. We are going to have to wait for substitution at on the Torquay bench. Their first of the game. Will Jenkins-Davis, he's coming off, and on in his place is Roddy Collins, Irish midfielder, signed in the summer from Chesham, who was part of their promotion campaign to the National League South last season. Anyway, play is now back underway. So with Sorondo, plays it to Gray, who goes back to Jack Taylor. On the halfway line, goes back to Sorondo. Now here's Alfie Williams, tries to dink it forward to Campbell, but it's cut out by Torquay, and there's Collins with his first touch, plays it high towards Cody Cook, headed away by Jerry Wiltshire. Now Sorondo has it on the left, plays it forward to Brissett. Deft touch from him, but he couldn't quite find Alfie Williams.
Torquay United now just coming under a bit of pressure by Hampton Richmond as the new substitution have just brought a bit of fresh legs to the pitch, Jackson, and Hampton Richmond on top at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. So throw in to, you like that bit of praise. Ball is now back in play. Hampton Richmond have it with Villette. Does well to get away from Hayfield. Looking for options. That's a good pass inside to French, although is well intercepted by Jay Fulston, and then there was a late challenge by French on the Torquay fullback. So that's a free kick. Chris Campbell thought it was a throw-in. Didn't see the challenge there on Fulston. So 75 minutes played. It is still Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1. Goal was scored on 21 minutes by Cody Cook. Torquay have had the ball in the net on 2 further occasions, but both have been not given due to offsides. So this game is still firmly in the balance. Torquay on the attack with Brad Ash, one of the players to have had a goal not given. And now the ball is with Billy French deep into Hampton Richmond's half. Lets it go out of play for a goal kick to them. Okay. Well, we are encountering a couple of technical difficulties with Johnny's mic, so don't worry, you'll hear from him when he wants to speak, don't worry.
Don't worry, you got the star of the show doing it, don't worry.
Ball is now with Torquay goalkeeper James Hammond. Plays it to Fulston, who looks to dink it long towards Cook, but easy header for Sorondo, and he finds Villette. Just can't find a ball forward, so has to go back to Sorondo. Now it's with Campbell. Now Wiltshire plays that right to Roberts. Gets away well there from Carson. Plays inside to Jake Gray. He was just tackled there by Sam Dreyer. He's had a really good game. Torquay's number 5. I can see why Hampton Richmond signed him back in January of this year. Hampton Richmond come again though with Villette. Now here's Sorondo. He's surely brought to the ground there by Threlkel, but the referee is not interested. Cook looks to come away with it, but that's a good challenge by Campbell to win the ball off him. And Campbell's on the right-hand side this time as he still travels with the ball. Plays aside to Gray. Now Williams. He goes back to French. And here's Wiltshire in the centre circle. Goes left to Jack Taylor. And he helps it on to Mauro Villette. Got 2 Torquay players marshalling him. Villette does well there to win Hampton Richmond a corner. as Finlay Krask made the challenge on him. Corner is going to be taken by Jake Gray. Williams is showing for a short corner, but I think Gray is going to look to get this into the middle of the box. Of course, the sun is in the eyes of the Torquay goalkeeper. It has actually been taken short. Now Jake Gray has it. Puts on the edge of the box to Sorondo, and that is high, wide, and not particularly handsome over the crossbar. Goal kick to Torquay.
Yeah, repeat there for O'Day with the strike there, just again going over, and I think there's going to be a substitution there.
It's going to be another substitution for Hampton Richmond. Villette, his race is run. And on in his place is number 7, Alex Wall. 1 goal this season for Alex Wall. It was the winning goal in our first win of the season against Salisbury back in August. And what we would give for another Wally special.
Yeah, the thing with Alex Wall, what he can offer, that physical presence he has up front, he can just cause chaos, and that will be what Hampton Richmond are looking to do as they come forward here.
It's with Williams on the left-hand side, goes back to Campbell. It'll be interesting to see how Sam Dreher deals with Alex Wall, a veteran striker who's been around the block a bit. As Alan Julian said, when you're up against Wally, you're in for a horrible, horrible afternoon. Just over 10 minutes of the 90 to go. Now it's on the right with Wall, getting his first touch of the game. It's gone out of play for a throw-in to the away side. And Torquay are going to make another change. It's number 23, Ollie Tomlinson, coming on. And coming off is number 17, Finn Tonks. Yeah, Tomlinson is a centre-back, so I'm sure Torquay are just looking to preserve their 1-0 lead. Now the throw-in has been taken, thrown down the line on the Torquay left, over quite a few players, and French does win the ball, but it just ricochets to Hayfield. Now it's played down the line, but Wiltshire is there to cover on the overlap. And it's booted away by Ted Curd. And now the ball's played to Brad Ash, but Wiltshire's there to beat him to it, and he just hoofs it out of play for a throw-in. Rebounded off the little tower, or I say the big tower we've got. The gantry. Very, yeah, very well pointed out, the terminology. So it's thrown to Torquay on the left, thrown down the line. Flicked on by Cook. And now it's with a free kick given to Hampton and Richmond. It's with Ted Curd. He plays it long towards Alex Wall. And that's Jake Gray, surely taken down. Well, a free kick has been given to Torquay. I don't know how that's been given. But yeah, anyway, the referee has done pretty well this afternoon. Not very many decisions that have raised the eyebrows, but that one certainly did. So Hammond is just taking his time there with the free kick. It's 82 minutes on the clock. Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1. As Torquay now have the ball on their left with Ash, and he's just tackled by Billy French out for a corner kick to the away side. Jake Gray having a word with the referee. The likes of Sam Dreher and Ollie Tomlinson are in the box, so Torquay looking to get their second of the afternoon, and well, a goal here that would put the contest to bed, you'd think. Referee not satisfied with what he's seeing inside the box. Just having a word with Billy French and Cody Cook. The usual jostling is going on. Not sure that conversation will have had the desired effect. Anyway, corner now does come in. It's a deep one, nearly at the back post. Well controlled by Sam Dreyer.
Oh.
But actually Jake Gray now comes away of it on the counter-attack. Got James Roberts in support. He plays it forward to Jaden Brissett. And well,
it's going to be ball back.
Yes, free kick to Hampton and Richmond. Good thing there. And that's a yellow card for Hayfield, that is.
Well, you just sense with Hampton and Richmond coming on the break there, it was 3 against 2, and that was the only thing that could be done from a Torquay United perspective to stop the Hampton and Richmond attack.
Although that pass was a bit loose by Jake Gray, so a bit of a let-off there for Hampton and Richmond to get a free kick out of that situation when it was just going to drift into the hands of James Hammond.
Could this be a Jake Gray masterclass?
It's Gray who dinks it at the back post, looking for Campbell, but it just evades him and goes out of play for a goal kick to the away side. Excuse me, can you turn that off because it's like distracting me? Yeah, cheers.
Jackson Cole just laying down the law there.
It's just like, but you know what I mean. It was quite distracting, wasn't it? So, anyway, ball is now back in play. It's with Sorondo. Now is James Roberts on the ball in the centre circle. He's well tackled there by Brad Ash. And he looks to play it down the right-hand channel to Finley Crask. But Jack Taylor will get there first and play it back to Curd. And now the ball is at the feet of right back Billy French. He's travelled into some space. Now Roberts, he's just had his run held up there by Carson. Now the ball's on the Hampton Richmond left with Campbell. And here's Williams, dinks it into the box, looking to find Alex Wall, who's controlled it, but he did put it in the net, but he was flagged offside. The Torquay defenders did just stop like statues, so as soon as that flag went up, a few of the Hampton Richmond fans behind us thought that the flag didn't go up. That would have been quite a story if all the Torquay defenders just stopped and then Wally just put it in the net.
Celebrations cut short there for the Beavers fans.
So 86 minutes on the clock. Still Hampton Richmond 0, Torquay 1. As things stand, Cody Cook's goal on the 21st minute is what separates the two sides. So Hampton Richmond throw, which is going to be taken by Billy French on the right. Now is Brissett, plays it down the line, but him and James Roberts weren't quite on the same wavelength, so that's just going to drift into the Torquay box for Hammond to collect and then pick up. He rolls it out to Fulston. And he plays it long, but French is there to head it away, and Sorondo heads it on. Now is Gray, who throws it back to Wiltshire. 87 minutes played. Hampton Richmond looking for that equaliser. And Cramble just sells Ash for a hot dog there. So he dummies the ball. Now Sorondo has the ball in the centre circle. Not too many options going forward. So he's forced to go across the face of the pitch to Taylor. Sorondo has it again. Now is Jake Gray inside the Torquay half. Plays it to Brissett. And now the ball's out on the left with Campbell. And here's Williams. His pass forward is cut out. Jack Taylor now has it. Plays it inside to Jake Gray, but his touch is couldn't find a teammate, and it's booted away by Torquay. 88 minutes played. Still 1-0 to the away side. Now is Williams. Finds Gray. Again, not too many options going forward. Torquay have defended well in their banks. Oh, and Sorondo nearly losing the ball to Ashby. Does well to wriggle away and pass it to Wiltshire, who motors into the Torquay half. Here's Roberts on that right flank, and he cuts inside. The bright blue boots of Roberts. He's played it back to French. Now Sorondo is the last man for Hampton and Richmond. Oh, he plays it through to Brissett, who can't quite get to the ball, and it's just poked away by Krask. Out for, oh, it's actually a free kick that's been given to the Beavers. I think it must have been an infringement earlier on in the build-up. I have to say I didn't see that, but Hampton Richmond will take that. It's about 5 yards outside the penalty box. And we are in the final minute of the 90 here.
Just want to say shout out to my mum who's also watching. Who just called to say a couple of handsome lads doing the...
Well, hopefully this free kick will be a nice and handsome effort by either Jake Gray, James Roberts or Alex Wall. They are the three players stood over the ball at the moment. Referee just making sure the Torquay wall is 10 yards.
This could be interesting.
It looks like it's going to be Wall who takes this free kick. Oh, well, now it's Roberts. It is Roberts who takes it. It's deflected over the bar. It's a corner to Hampton and Richmond. And it's 4 additional minutes of stoppage time.
But with that free kick as well, it's just come off the head of the Torquay defender. But if the Torquay defender's head wasn't there, that was certainly going to be a very good shot on target. It would have been difficult for the Torquay United goalkeeper to get to.
Well, we are just going to have to wait for this corner kick. Jaden Brissett being given a talking to by the referee. Brissett is right by the goalkeeper, Hammond. It's going to be Jake Gray who takes this corner. It's whipped in now. It's headed by Wiltshire! Oh, and it's bounced wide of goal. Jake Gray should get there. He's kept it in. So it's another chance for Hampton Richmond. Now Williams crosses in. It's a deep cross. Headed back into play. Oh, and there's an appeal for a handball there. Alex Wall is adamant there was a handball. I must say I didn't see if it did strike a Torquay arm, and it was only really Wall who was protesting for it. Now Sorondo is asking the question to the referee, but referee not interested at all. As Torquay now come away with it. It's with their left back, Fulston. And he plays it long to Ash, who controls it well. And he's tackled by French, but the ball's gone out of play for a Torquay throw. We played one of the additional 4 added minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. Torquay might look to make another change. Yeah, it's going to be made. It's their veteran defender, Dean Moxey, who's coming on. Some of the Hampton Richmond players. Eventually he does throw it to Ash. He goes down, but referee has just given a goal kick. Bit of afters there between Ash and Roberts, but Roberts was wise just to not engage with any kind of confrontation there. And yeah, Ted Curd, he's just going to play this goal kick long, looking for Alex Wall. Although it's Threlkeld who heads the ball away from him.
Last chance saloon now for Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, certainly is. We have played the additional 4 added minutes, but that whole miscommunication with the changes will surely add on a bit longer at the end of this game. Long ball by Wiltshire is well charged down by Ash. This is surely the final play of the game. Ted Curd plays it long towards Brissett, headed away by a Torquay defender. That was Ollie Tomlinson. Out of play for a throw into Hampton and Richmond. Now as Jack Taylor has it. Hampton Richmond really need to get this ball into the box. It's with Billy French now. Plays out right to Roberts. No options going forward, so he goes back to Wiltshire. He plays it to the side, the right side with French. Now Roberts has it, looks to go on a run. His pass is cut out. And now Torquay will look to come away with it. And that's the end of the game. So Torquay are good value for their win.